All right, what's up, guys? Rev Sauce 9. So you probably have seen by now the all-in footage and everything. You probably watched Dynamite or you saw it online. Maybe you're watching highlights. Well, it gets a little worse. After AEW put this out on Dynamite and they failed miserably, I did a review on this with the PWO, and I've talked about this religiously in the last few days. Even during WrestleMania weekend, it was a hot topic. WWE's been taking shots, but rightfully so. AEW has been burying themselves in the last 3 weeks, and it shows. And now it shows that they're soft. They're softer than butter right now, and it just looks like Tony Khan can't take criticism. AEW can't take criticism when they're DMCAing people and doing takedowns, when everybody I've watched and everybody I've seen on X has been ribbing all over AEW, and they deserve it. When you do stupid shit, you're gonna have stupid consequences. And I'm on neither side on AEW or WWE. I was calling out WWE's hokey pokey shit when they were under the Vince McMahon regime. When Triple H first started, taking over and cleaning up Vince McMahon's mess, his father-in-law, I said it was a little hokey pokey. Now they're coming together, and WWE's on lock with a lot of things right now. They are on fire. Now, AEW's trying every which way to get views, and they're failing. Instead of just focusing on being a solid number 2 company in the United States, they're resorting to unquestionable things and leaving people puzzled. And this right here doesn't help their cause. And just to show you guys, Ango's talking about this on X right here. Like, they're striking down people. People are getting hit with DMCAs. Like, it's disgusting. People that write dirt sheets are making fun of Tony Khan. This is a thing. And it's well-deserved. Tony Khan fucked up. The elite fucked up. We're all saying AEW's got to learn from this and do better. They got to do better. They need to focus on being a solid number 2 company. That's it. We're not asking Tony Khan to compete with WWE. We're not asking for, oh my God, you got to be WWE. No, we're asking you to just be a good wrestling company with somewhat good storytelling and work on what you have. We're not asking for you to go sign every single wrestler in the world. We're asking you to have a good farm system and have a developmental system and just develop some stars and develop some good shit and have some good storylines. The first 2 years of AEW was fantastic. And even some of the pandemic era, no fans in the crowd, was great. In the last couple of years, AEW has fell off a cliff. It's like a plane taking a nosedive. They're nosediving. And Tony Khan is destroying himself in the process. And he's the company that we all come to love, that Cody and the Bucks and Kenny helped, and Hangman and all these people that came together to have a mission statement of just being an alternative. They were in their own world, doing their own things, has literally fumbled on themselves. Cody's now over in WWE doing amazing things. Kenny's hurt with diverticulitis, and the Young Bucks are doing some incredible things. But when they do this kind of stuff, and now they're striking people down, now they're DMCAing people, come on, guys. AEW, you got to do better. You guys got to be fucking better than this. It's sad. You're losing people by the day. People are getting turned off. People are turning you off instead of turning you up. They are turning you down and off. They are walking over to WWE. That's why WWE has sellout crowds. That's why WWE people are rewatching segments. That's why both nights were the biggest viewing party ever for WWE in a long time. Triple H is being praised for being technically Booker of the Year starting. He has booked WWE to a point to where it's really entertaining and it's actually fun to watch. And it's actually, what is Triple H? I tune in now to go, what is Triple H going to do? What's The Rock have in mind? What does Nick Khan have in mind? And it's so sweet to see them all working together, and it just looks like the wrestlers are having fun. AEW can have that. I don't need them to be like WWE. I need them to be a solid number 2. I want to tune in and watch a good Ring of Honor. I want to watch a good Collision. I want them to do good brand splits. I want them to have titles on all products like WWE and have good big shows. I want them in stadiums. My thing is, when WWE thrives, I want to see the second company in America thrive. I want to see companies thrive and make as much money for the wrestlers as they can off of merchandise. I want the fans to be happy. I want to be happy. But this ain't it, Chief. TNA/Impact Wrestling learned years ago when Bischoff and Hogan did some hokey pokey shit. They lost their hardcore fans. They never got them back until recently. And now they probably lost them because Scott D'Amore got fired. Tony Khan's on the path of destructing his own company in front of him. And it's sad. You have amazing talent there like Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Chris Jericho that I love to pieces, Darby Allin, Matt Hardy that they should bring in and they should wine and dine him and Jeff Hardy, Adam Copeland and Christian, Mercedes Moné. What have you done for me lately with her lately? You got great women's talent. Probably one of the best women's talents rosters out there next to WWE. But you don't book it right. This company is now going after us content creators because they have become the Fabrum that they didn't want to be. They became the very thing they didn't want to be. When they came out at Vegas and they said they had a whole fireworks and party and all this stuff, and they said they were going to be the alternative, they have become the very same thing they despised. That's why Cody walked out. Cody would have stayed. Guaranteed if they would have done different things. He wanted the company to be different and go into a different direction. Tony Khan wanted this because he's putting in the money. And Cody just said, screw it, I'm out. And now look at what Cody's doing now over on WWE. Tony Khan's going to lose some talent if he doesn't clean his act quick. He doesn't fix the shit quick. I'm telling you, mark my words, Warlow, MJF, Adam Cole, people that when their contracts expire, they may not come back. They may go work under Triple H in that regime. And again, they will flourish because Triple H knows what to do in a PG era for WWE. But now they're talking about going TV 14. They're talking about going back to where they were during the Ruthless Aggression era. And with them going to Netflix, I've heard they're going to have mature content. This is not about AEW versus WWE at all. Us wrestling fans are fans of wrestling. Some of us watch it religiously on everything. Sometimes we watch, some of us are just, of the mainstream. Some of us watch the rest of the stuff every week. I watch TNA. I watch Ring of Honor. I was doing that when I was a kid. I was watching NWA TNA when I was a kid. And, it's so sad to see a company that was doing so well in the last 3 weeks just fall apart in a matter of minutes. And now them not able to fit people into a stadium because nobody shows up to their shit. To arena shows. I could just keep going on and on and on. And I want to see AEW succeed. I have people saying, I'm just pro WWE now. And it's like, no, I'm pro where wrestling's good. What makes me happy, what makes me go, man, that shit's worth it to me. I want it to be worth my time. I don't want to waste my time with the same regurgitated, repeated shit. And it's going to come to the point, I will just stop watching AEW because I just can't have my intelligence insulted, and I can't watch a company be so soft. They are softer than potatoes and pancakes and cake. It's like Tony Khan just needs to get out of his way and let somebody control the boys. And that could be Scott D'Amore. He has people within. He has Chris Hero, for crying out loud. If you saw in that security footage, there was Chris Hero. Or Cassius Ohno, as a lot of WWE fans know. But this right here is disgusting. It's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely absurd that I'm seeing Ango right here reporting this stuff. X, YouTube, Rumble. I just find it disgusting that Tony Khan is the very definition of what they were trying not to do. He said literally that they weren't trying to be like Vince McMahon. They weren't trying to be like WWE, but you are trying to be like WWE old school. You are trying to be the very thing that you're not. Tonight could have been so many different things, or yesterday could have been so much differently. You could have played a joke. You could have rused the audience. You could have had Jungle Boy or Jack Perry show up. You could have had so much going on and so much hype for what's going on. Instead, you do this, these blunders. You're college educated, Tony Khan, and you do these blunders. You are a wrestling fan. I'm hoping for AEW's sake, and I hope that on Collision, they do something to apologize to the fans. I hope they do something to do better. I don't want to see FTR out trying to pick up the pieces and make a promo happen. I don't need, what I need you guys to do is put on good shows and make your titles prestigious and make it fun for us wrestling fans. People will come. If you build it, they come. It's like the Field of Dreams. All of us wrestling fans have said this about your company. If you put on good shit, right, we will come and watch it every week. Us, the hardcore fans, us, the actual, casuals are wrestling fans too. We'll come and watch it if it's good and there's some entertainment. The reason why WWE people are locked into that, and there's these AEW like disciples that, man, anything AEW does, they lap it up for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and that's just gross. You gotta be, this is with anything. I play on the PlayStation, right? And I played on Xbox and I played on PC. I love all of them nonetheless. They all have their pros and cons, and they all fuck up here and there. Windows is not a perfect platform. Linux is not a perfect platform on the PC side. Portable handhelds are not perfect. Fucking PlayStation's not perfect. Xbox not perfect. Nintendo's not perfect. You gotta be raw and uncut and unbiased to cover this shit. And to be honest with you, I'm fucking sick of Tribalist. I'm fucking sick of the people that sit here on IWC and in the YWC and lick anything that these companies do bad. And it's like, how do you expect AEW to get better if you just say yes to everything they fucking do in the world? It boggles my fucking mind about wrestling fans. And these are the same very people that won't call out PC developers for making bullshit games and unoptimized trash. They're the same fucking people that will sit here and lick everything up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and say everything is great in Mayberry on the PlayStation and Xbox side, and not fucking hold any of these companies responsible for shit games. Same very people that will do this about movie franchises. They're the same very people that will sit back and talk about music. Anything that these golden artists do are just great, when the actual music is trash. Shows are trash. But at the end of the day, this is the world we fucking live in. AEW won't change until you vote with your wallet. Until you stop watching. People won't. I'm going to continue to watch because I love AEW. And this, I do hope they learn from and they get better. I'm going to give them that. I'm going to give them, okay, they fucked up. Okay, maybe they'll change. I'm hoping. I did the same thing with WWE under the Vince McMahon era for a while there, and then I gave up. If AEW don't change, I'm gonna be done for a while, because it breaks my heart to a company that I've invested time, a company that I bought their video game, the company that I have put so much time. And, you know, I was probably one of the few that gave them their wrestling game an opportunity chance and paid the $60, even though their game was kind of hokey pokey trash. And I gave them a chance because, you know what? I'm about give fair shakes to every single thing. It's like the UFL. I'm giving the UFL a chance, and they're impressing me. They are a good spring football league. So is this new indoor football league, too, that they got going on. Again, my point is my point. At the end of the day, I'm not no shill for any fucking company. I will call out the shit when I need to call out. And there's people in this community, right? And I had people in my chat, oh, anything AEW does is great. It's great. No. When they do horse shit, you need to call them out. You've got to hold companies responsible. How do they get better when you yes everything? How do they get better? It pisses me off when people sit here and all they do is yes. What you're basically saying is AEW could lay a fucking white dog shit in and put it in a bag and scoop it, put it in a bag and set it on fire in the middle of the ring. You'll call it great. That's these yes men and yes ladies for fucking AEW. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely absurd. And it just boggles my mind. And these are the same. And WWE has these people too. But not everything in WWEville is peaches and herbs either. At the end of the day, my name is Rev Sauce. I keep it a buck. I keep it real. I keep it unbiased, and I keep it, uncut. There's a reason why I stand here today. And it's funny how some of my constituents out there, right, copy the same. It's funny how some of my constituents change their titles because why? They worried about the future? They're worried about people like me. And you know what? Let me tell you guys this something here too. A lot of you tell me I don't need to worry about these haters. I need to ignore, or I'm not trying. Well, it's funny to me that how can I not respond to somebody that calls me this, that, and the third, or tells me I'm a JD ripoff, or why? If you don't like me calling out my constituents, you don't like it, move the fuck on. I want to say that going forward about my wrestling stuff. If I talk about JD on my show, it's for my own reasoning. And you know what? And I'm going to say this out loud. I don't hold back on people's name like my other constituents do. I call them out because I have balls. I have balls. I'm small fries. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how small you are. If you say some hokey pokey shit, and you change your titles and shit, I'm calling your ass out. Trust me when I see it. And I have. I know. I've been called a bedroom streamer, an AEW apologist. But you know what? Out of all of it, I'm still a wrestling fan at the end of the day. I don't let it affect me. But I find it fucking funny that AEW's allowing everybody that's talking about them to affect them. Tony Khan's probably seething right now and crying and is upset over the shitty response he's getting. You deserve it, Tony Khan. Take your L and go down today. You look like fools. Anyway, my name is Rev Sauce 9. I think it's shitty what's going on with the DMCA strikes. I think it's shitty that they're going around and trying to take people out that have an opinion on this situation. Tony Khan, you put it out there on Dynamite. We all are. No joke. No thrills are going to criticize you. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's what we do. That's what the IWC does. That's what the dirt sheets do. That's what people at Media Scrums do. When you do stupid things, you're going to get stupid consequences. And this right here, striking people down, right here. Let's go back here. There's a whole Reddit thread of people saying their shit's been strike down because of Tony Khan and AEW. That tells me you guys are soft. that tells me you can't take criticism, and you should take criticism. You should take it all in. And what you guys should be doing is having a meeting and figuring out what went wrong. Because Nick and Matt Jackson look like morons. You look like a moron, and you just made CM Punk look good. And by the way, yes, CM Punk played a part. Yes, CM Punk's not been perfect in AEW, but it just seems like to me, CM Punk's up here right now at the top of the world, doing amazing things for WWE, and it just looks like after the divorce, these guys are left riddled to nothing, and they're trying to just get their traction off of this guy's name. And you didn't need to show this. This should have been shown the day you fired his ass. On YouTube, personally. Tony Khan. Also, another thing you need to do, you need to be an on-air character at this point. And you need to hire somebody to take over, you know, I think somebody needs to take away the book from him and have somebody else book, and you just need to worry about being an owner. Stop this hokey pokey shit. Hire Scott D'Amore, or bring, you know, you got people, you got Dean Malenko there, you got Mines, you got Dean Malenko, Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno, formerly known as Cassius Ohno. You have Rocky Romero. And I'm going to put this news story out down on the bottom for you guys. Excuse me. That they're not filling up. New Japan doesn't want to help them go in on this whole stadium show they're planning. Or, yeah, stadium, Arthur Ashe Stadium, Forbidden Door. And now it's being discussed they're possibly going to be canceling it. And Rocky Romero has to come out and deny this. But it doesn't make you look. Over the weekend, the Tate brothers came out and basically called Tony Khan a liar. Everywhere Tony Khan is doing, he looks like a liar. And it's sad. It sucks for me as a person that I have to go and report these kind of things. I don't want to talk about strike. I want to talk about good things in AEW. But here we are. I've spent 22 minutes talking about the whole DMCA and strikes and how soft Tony Khan is. That's how fired up this whole situation's got me, because I'm a passionate fucking wrestling fan at 1 in the fucking morning. That's also a passionate gamer. I stopped watching wrestling for a while because WWE pissed me off enough. People know this story. I said it in my stream. I stopped watching WWE for 4 years after CM Punk's pipe bomb. I was done with it because Vince McMahon just kept insulting my intelligence, and it just got to the point to where like I was left putting my face in my hands and just screaming into a pillow because it was like, why am I reviewing this shit when this shit's garbage years and years and years ago? That's why I stopped being on my friend's podcast that's well-renowned. That's why I stopped being on other people's podcasts and Andre Corbill. It's like, I just got sick of it. I got sick of just the constant insulting my intelligence. WWE right now is not insulting my intelligence. They're actually putting on really good stuff, and I have a lot of favorite wrestlers over in WWE, and I love Monet. But Monet's not threading a needle for them. Same with right now, currently. Right now, Wardlow's not. I want the Undisputed Kingdom to do well. I want the Blackpool Combat Club to do well. But right now, this kind of stuff here and this stuff here is not making AEW look good. Do better, AEW. I think that's what most of us are saying at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Personally, my opinion, AEW striking down people and DMCAing people is just gross. Gross and disgusting. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.